What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Executives View. I'm your host, Aaron Sirius Simmons, and this is the view from on top, man. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with the executives, and I do appreciate that. You guys know how I get down, man. If you see the show, share the show. We're all over the place, man. We on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, TikTok. As of tomorrow, website will be launched, man. We're doing big things in the places. Definitely want to take everybody along for the journey. I don't do this by myself, man. I got a slew of brothers that are sitting here ready to chop it up, talk about everything around the world of sports. The world champ himself, the villains in the building. What's going on, my guy? How we doing, sir?
What's going on? Go New York, go New York, go. Yeah, we in the building. What's going on, fellas?
Yes, sir, man. Great show by he and his crew yesterday. If you have not seen that, Orange and Blue Skies is now all over the place, man. Go check that out, man. I'm surprised, you know what I'm saying, they only ran about an hour. I'm surprised they didn't run until the wheels fell off, man. But happy for them. And the Knicks, man, we'll talk about them in a little bit. The homie Larry's in the building. What's going on, Larry? How we doing, sir?
Man, what's good, man? Yeah, I was actually kind of surprised too. I mean, y'all was being real. I'm gonna say, mellow to say that y'all was in this shit.
Let the Steelers mess around and win the shit. Me and my dad ain't going stupid.
I mean, dude, I was thinking, Larry, to like after we won to just pop on here and do my own show. And I would have been so much crazier. But, like, I think after a couple of days, I had a little time to cool it. A little bit. But, yeah, the summer. But, yeah, man.
I'm letting you know right now, if the Niners ever win the championship, me, Corey, and Brian, we're going to be 24. We're going to be on for at least 24 hours. I'm letting you know that right now.
Oh, the street. Bro. Y'all shut down.
Hey, yeah. Dude, they're going to be like, wait a minute, you exceeded your bandwidth because we are going to be on, bro. I'm letting you know that now, bro.
They're going to use all their allotted time in the library. All their allotted time in the library.
F your bandwidth. F your bandwidth.
Right.
Between the three of us, bro, we will be on.
And check this out, the homie guy here and top introduction of the coaches in the middle. What's going on, Steve? How we doing, sir?
He's on time.
He's on time.
I'm on time. I'm on time. I'm doing all right. Knee deep in the World Cup, since basketball is over with. So
yeah, man.
There's been a lot going on there, man. I'm sure we'll touch on that a little bit today.
Is Iraq and Norway still playing?
Mercifully, it's over.
Oh, it's over. Okay.
That was a bloodbath.
Yeah, that wasn't right.
Yeah. With that being said, man, I'm just going to start right there, man. The New York Knicks are your NBA champions in 2025-2026 season. I'm going to let Larry, I'm going to let Villain bat last. He did his thing yesterday, so I'm going to let the rest of you guys kind of talk a little bit about it. Larry, talk to me, big dog, man. You and I both were kind of wrong on this one. And I have to admit that.
To a degree. I mean, I picked the Spurs. No, I'm not backtracking. I picked the Spurs, but I also said, and I've said it on the show, said it on our chats, I can see either one of these teams winning. I've said it. I said if the Spurs, if their immaturity show up, the Knicks will win, and they did, bro. Like, dude. You don't blow multiple, double-digit leads. That's immaturity, bro. Yeah, that's immaturity. That's not, being playoff battle tested, right? It's these crucial mistakes that the Spurs made. So I'm not backtracking, and saying I was wrong. I just said that I picked the Spurs to win, but I also said I could see both. Matter of fact, when it was down to the last three teams, we said we could see all three teams winning it, given the situation of what happened. So, I mean, kudos to the Knicks. Like, I'm one of the people that I love it not seeing the same teams win over and over again. I love it seeing, somebody win their first championship or them win a championship. It's been a while. I love it. So, like I say, bro, I mean, hats off, bro. I don't want to take nothing away from the Knicks, bro. I'm just, like I said, congratulations are in due. And that's where I'm leaving it, bro. I don't want to.
I think for me, dog, I came in here and, I helped produce, one or two of these Knicks shows and, Villain and I go way back like Cook Crack. And I was loud and proud that I did not think the Knicks would win this chip. like the Knicks fans, I watched enough near misses for me to believe that they could get it done. And we again in the group chats and here on air, we said that the Western Conference Finals was the NBA Finals, and I'm not going to look for a loophole. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to try to skate. I thought there was no chance that the New York Knicks would win the series. I thought that the San Antonio Spurs were the better team, and for 70% of the series, they were. And so
but Aaron, let me say this, right? I'm sorry, good job, but let me say this, right?
Yeah.
What did everybody say going to the series? Like, meaning to the season. This was the Knicks' chance to get to the final.
It was.
That was the expectation. Nobody expected them to win, but they said they could get there, right? And I feel like once you get there, you have a puncher's chance.
A puncher's shot, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I look at it like this: like we sat here,
but
we sat here throughout the whole season, right? And we watched the Knicks play, and again, primarily because Villain's here, and we got Ant and Joe T, and in the building, and we wanted to see how Mike Brown did. So we watched the Knicks, and they didn't look good for extended stretches during this year. And they flipped the switch in that round one game series versus Atlanta, and they started cooking. And so,
I mean, Barry, I don't like I said, I don't want to take nothing away from the Knicks, but the expectation, right? When we talk about expectation, that's what people assume that's going to happen, right? The Knicks didn't have to face the Pistons, which we figured the Knicks would stumble against the Pistons. We figured they would have to face Boston. That was like people were jockeying for position because they didn't want to face Boston. They didn't have to face Boston, right? Then we were all like, okay, whoever comes out of the West, and we all thought that the West, the cream of the crop, was going to be the Thunder. Right. Who would have known that the Thunder would have had injuries like that? So this is how the playoffs play out, bro. It's like things that we expect don't always end up happening, and sometimes players get hurt or teams don't be in full strength, and then we see things like this come out of it. Like what the Knicks. This Barry, I'm being real with you, bro. I'm not being funny. For all Knicks fans that are watching, this was your golden ticket. This is Oompa Loompa in the chocolate factory. All you had to do was go cash in the ticket and enjoy the chocolate. This was everything fell in place for the Knicks to win the championship.
I mean, I feel you. Coach talk to me, big dog, and then we're gonna let the Knicks fan run. But what say you, man?
I mean, I picked the Knicks in 7. They won. Because a lot of that goes to, like, again, I'm actually not going to take anything away from the Spurs, because I'm just going to explain why I think they lost. Is just due to their immaturity, due to the fact that, like, they were up by double digits in all the games,
all of them,
and only won one. That just speaks to, like, the lack of, people use the term killer instinct too much, and it's like it's basketball, so I hate to use that term when it comes to sports stuff like that. But anyway, it's like just to finish, the ability to finish a game. I root for a basketball team that struggles to finish games due to their immaturity and just lack of smarts. Charles Barkley, people tried to, like, get mad at Charles Barkley because he was like, they got to be the dumbest team and it's like, that's dumb to blow a 29, 30 point lead. That takes a skill, or takes, it's just like to do that is something that's not smart. So then what is it? It's dumb. It's dumb basketball to continue to shoot threes when the threes aren't falling, to be lax on defense, to be late on your rotations, to have a team down like that at home where you can totally flip this series, and to lose that game. That's dumb. It really is dumb. But I will say this: you play who you have to play, and it's like, I feel like that's the biggest bunch of BS. Was like, well, they didn't have to play this team, they didn't have to do this, and it's like, You know, like I never like they didn't scrape and struggle through the playoffs. You know, like the whole thing at first with the Hawks. Like that was like
I'm saying
It was
that's
BTA,
funny.
man. It was BTA half the whole
Let's not act like the Knicks let's not act like the Knicks like struggled and scraped through the whole playoffs. It's like they stumbled out of the gate, you know what I'm saying? You know, and you know the homie Danhausen had to come through and correct things and stuff like that. You know, and then once that happened, they was smoking. They was smoking. They lost. They lost 3 games.
The things that fell in place for them. You have to play who you have to play, but they did.
No, but the first thing out of your mouth was like, well, villain, I ain't trying to do this, but then but I'm fit to do this. That's what you said. That's what you said.
Every year,
I don't mean to be rude, but
I don't mean to discredit y'all championship, but watch me as I discredit your championship. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying every year things fall in place for certain teams, and it fell in place for them. Did it not?
What? Okay. What were they supposed to do? Were they supposed to be like, you know what, like?
No.
They're like, you know what, we need more difficulty. It's like, you know what, can y'all do an in playoff trade? Put Giannis on the Cavaliers. You know what? Matter of fact, can Curry play too? Like let's stack the deck. We must make this harder and harder. The difficulty must be very, very hard for us to win the championship. It's like we cannot play the teams like it's too easy. It's like we know Donovan Mitchell and James Harden gonna poo the bed. It's like we have to get it has to be a bigger difficulty. It's like, no, you play who you play. You know, it's again, my biggest thing is like, because you're not the only, I'm not going to dump on you, like, because you're not the only person I've heard say this. It's like, but guess what?
That happens every year, though. That's what I'm saying. It happens every year.
We didn't hear this type of conversation last year.
No, we didn't.
No. Things had to fall in place for the Thunder last year too.
But things have to. So you're like, I feel like what you're saying is a big blanket statement. It's like things have to fall in place. Yeah, things have to fall in place for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's like there are things, but it's like when I don't know. Maybe just for me, when I hear the term "things have to fall in place," like I mean, there was no. I feel like it's hard for me to make it seem like the Knicks was some Cinderella story that made this magic carpet ride to the championship.
No.
You know,
but Steve, you got to remember, teams were also purposely losing games for playoff positioning.
They don't. How do you know that? Because if you have evidence that teams were purposely losing teams, then the executive's view is about to blow up because we got information that the NBA don't got.
Hey, dude, teams were doing it. They were doing it in the East, bro. They were trying to jack.
I'm not in the mood for blanket statements and density tonight. I'm not, bro. Like I'm not. It's okay. It's just. Oh, I think maybe I don't know. Look, man. Like,
come on, bro. All right, man. All right.
The Knicks won the chip. Let's keep it, bro.
No, it's like if you were rooting for the Spurs, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not gonna discredit.
The Rockets are not in the finals. I was rooting for neither.
You're the president of the Houston chapter of the Wemby fan club, Larry. Come on now, come on, baby. What are we doing here?
But I also, if I was rooting for Wemby, I would have been like, "Hey, Spurs are gonna sweep." But I said they are immature. They might lose. I said they're immature. They have no playoff experience. I'd have been like, "Oh, they gonna sweep them. They gonna blow them out."
Either they have to sweep, either they have to sweep. Like, so the only way you can support a team is by saying they're gonna sweep them. You know what I'm saying? That is like,
bro, I like Wemby. Yeah, I am.
You don't have to make a bombastic statement to back yourself up. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't have to be like, oh, Spurs in 4, they're gonna win every game by 35 points. You don't gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? But you said, oh, I have to be like, oh, like I gotta.
Bro, look, let's call a spade, bro. Dude, I'm not saying we got evidence, but it was multiple reports that teams were trying to jockey in the East to get in certain positions so they don't want to play certain teams, right? Then, on top of that, you got to remember that, like I said, this was the Knicks' season. You know who the Achilles heel has been? The Pacers. The Pacers are not in their way. The Pacers were irrelevant this year. People thought Boston was going to be irrelevant. This was the year, like I said, that everything was falling in place for the Knicks to come out the East. And if they were ever going to win a championship, this was the season for them to do that. That's all.
And they did.
And they did.
So, like, listen, I think what you're saying is right, and I think the way it's being phrased and being taken is that's where the vitriol is coming, right? But I agree.
There's no vitriol.
Oh no. Okay. All right, coach. So
We're chatting. We're chatting.
We used to do it. So this how we talk.
We chatting.
Dig this, coach. So we do the Orange and Blue Sky. Shout out to Joe and Anthony that do the show with me. Great guys. When the season ended last year, right, and we were so disappointed in the Pacers series, we said the Knicks got to get to the finals next year. When they fired Tom Thibodeau, Knicks got to get to the finals next year. When they hired Mike Brown, when we started our preseason show that a lot of people watched, thank you so much for watching. We said this is the year to get to the finals, hook or crook. Now it was a bumpy ride because nobody saw the Pistons doing what they did. What a phenomenal season they had. They fell short. Nobody thought that Boston, despite losing Jason Tatum, was going to be the number 2 seed and probably the best team down the stretch in the Eastern Conference, right? To Larry's point, the last 2 years we have been losing to the Pacers. One, because we just fell apart with injuries. We didn't have anybody left to play 2 years ago, and then last year, we blew a 14-point lead in the last 3 minutes in game 1, and we never recovered from that. So and then they lost Halliburton. They were out of our way, right? Yeah. So that was why it was our year to do it. And Larry knows, Coach,
I know Messi's so
I'm
good.
like, we could beat anybody we play, and we could lose to anybody because of how frustrated we were up and down. So going into the playoffs, I never thought this Knicks team could make. I was like, they could get to the finals, but I don't know, man. I don't know if they could be such and such a team. But everything, to Larry's point, fell into place when we lost that second game to the Hawks, and then Danhausen uncursed us. But like, clearly that was when everybody bought in, and the run that they went on, to Steve's point, is undeniable. Like, they're not the greatest team I've ever seen. The 96 Bulls are probably the greatest team I've seen. People will say the 86 Celtics are probably the greatest team that they've ever seen. We could look at, and then we talked about it last night, the 2001 Lakers. That Lakers team was the one that only lost one game that whole playoff run to Allen Iverson in game 1, and then they, gentlemen sweeped them. We've seen, the 2017 Warriors. That was a great team. This Knicks team, I can't put those teams against those teams, but this is the greatest playoff run that I've ever seen in my life. And I have to say the Knicks are one of the greatest teams to win the finals. This playoff run, even though they didn't win 60-plus games and have all these records in the regular season, nobody cares about the rest of your season, right? Because nobody's going to remember your record unless you won over 70 games. Nobody remembers that Lakers team record in 2000 when they won. You know what I mean? When they won the shot. Nobody cares. But this playoff run cements a 86-point differential. They lost 3 games by 1 point, 1.4 points. Every game in the finals, they were down, right, Coach? Every game in the finals, and they won 4-1. Wow. Yeah, there's some collapses by the young Spurs, and we'll get to the Spurs because we got a lot.
We have some stuff to address with the Spurs. We
definitely have to address some of the stuff. But it's not time to say what if, but okay. Knicks got their flowers, man, and my son asked me in the car. We were driving home. Because the last day of school, and I always take the kids out, like for donuts or something, specialty donuts and things like that. And my son asked me, Dad, you think the Knicks can win the championship next year? I looked at it and said, X, I don't care if they lose 70 games next year. I got one. I don't give a damn what they do next year. But Dad, it'd be nice if they won another game.
Never take that one away from you.
It's like that, but it'd be nice to go back to back. I was like, this team, they bring it back together, they could, but I don't care, man. We got one.
No, you don't care. So, it's like if it's another 53 years for the next one, it's like people would,
it's 2070 something, right?
Yeah, again, it's like
the last thing I'll say, and then I'll let you take it, Coach, is that, and I said it to you guys in the chat, and Larry, you was like, I'd do the same thing. I cried. I didn't cry like a baby, but I had tears in my eye because I was just thinking about like my pops. And it's so funny because I go to Facebook today and a memory from 13 years ago is a picture with me and my dad as a baby. and I just like it. Just the emotions hit when I thought of him. I thought of my uncle Richard on my wife's side, who used to loves my son, used to take care of him all the time, and he's not here to see this. Like so many Knicks fans, it's just healing. It's just the healing factor of this championship. That's what's beautiful about it. So, yeah, go ahead, Coach. I apologize.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's great, and I mean, I just want to add that it's like when your team wins a championship, just one single championship, or like it's funny because like my younger cousins, they were literal babies when the Rockets won the championship.
In '94,
they were babies. They were in diapers. They did not have the ability to speak.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? And and now they're grown and starting to have children of their own, and they're starting to like get a little antsy and stuff like that. But for me, think about this. That championship that the Rockets won almost 30 years ago. I still cling on to that. I still remember that night, and Larry noticed. I still remember that night driving up and down Richmond. It's just like driving up and down Richmond at night.
I supposed to be out there a little bad.
Yeah, wasn't supposed to be. Way too young to be out there, But like I remember being in my uncle's Camaro. You know what I'm saying? going up and down Richmond. It's just you can't sell that kind of feeling. It's again. People don't want to hear this, but it's like again, when the Astros won the World Series, it's like, man, I thought I would never see the Astros win the World Series, and then they won again. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so then it's like crazy. It's just like this is special.
Yeah, because there was an Astros team in the '80s that should at least won one. The pitching staff that they had.
Yeah, I mean with Nolan Ryan and Mike Scott and all those. And then the '90s, just like the Braves just kept getting in their way and stuff like that. So then you go through all that stuff like that. Yeah. Just like I mean, I talk now. It's like you think about like Guardians fans who are in the Cleveland, but it's like if they ever win the World Series, they're going to probably burn Cleveland to the ground. And then you think about like the Bills, who have a legit shot of it. Like it's like if the Buffalo Bills ever managed to win the Super Bowl, they should just call the National Guard in and just block off Buffalo from the rest of the world. No there won't be not a table will be safe in Western New York. Not a safe. No table is safe. So I just want to talk. I just want to kind of put that in real quick. It's just like the feeling of when your team wins the championship. It's like none of my main teams, have won a championship in a while. You know what I'm saying? It's because we're starting to get far away from that Astros World Series. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's nothing like it, man. And it's like for everybody, Knicks fans, enjoy it, man, because you never know if it happened again. You might be seeing a once in a generation thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm still holding on to '94, baby. So
you Rockets fans are doing that.
I'll say this, dude. That Spurs team, they'll be back.
Well, we don't know.
That is called a segue. Everybody, let's talk about the Spurs.
Let's
talk about it. Team will be back.
Talk about it. Here's the thing. Let me ask you this question: when the OKC Thunder lost to Miami.
I knew you was gonna bring it because that's what everybody's bringing up. Yep.
Yeah, they didn't get back.
Well, they did the thing of breaking up their big three, right?
They didn't want to pay. They didn't want to pay.
Here's the thing, though. The San Antonio Spurs have some decisions to make.
Yep.
Yeah, they do. So, I looked at it yesterday, and I was like, "Ooh."
They are sitting on a ton of draft capital too.
Again, whether they're sitting on a ton of draft capital, trying to go through the West, which is a gauntlet. Okay, and again, this is no shade to the East, but the Western Conference is a gauntlet.
Sure, absolutely.
To assume that the San Antonio Spurs will get themselves back is premature because we expect OKC to not be hurting themselves. We expect, Denver and these other teams to make moves. The team that 3 of the 4 of us like may or may not do something. Not counting on it, but we'll talk about that on the launch pad in a couple weeks. the Lakers, and I mean, there are some obstacles that are going to stand in San Antonio's way. And I'm not saying that this was their one shot to get it done, because I do think this team is very, very talented. But the breaks and stuff that you spoke of pertaining to the New York Knicks, the San Antonio Spurs got those same breaks.
Well,
And some very similar that helped pave the way for them to get to the NBA finals. So to arbitrarily assume that they'll get back is not necessarily smart.
well, the reason why I say that is because until I see some changes in the West, right? Who's gonna stand in their way? The Thunder. You see what all these knucklehead other teams are doing. Bro, I just be real.
Denver's a problem.
But what are they
Minnesota's a problem.
Yeah, but Denver's so over the cap. I don't know if that team is going to be.
I didn't realize like their cap situation was so bad until
they literally put up a stat that Minnesota literally has traded every star to a championship team, bro. Like, if you think about it, like, who do I put trust in? When I say I think they'll get back, when you look at the current roster construction and the draft capital that they have and the smart moves that they make, the only two teams that I look at that say that they're doing smart things that won't kind of, like you say, Aaron, stump on your own toe or whatever you want to call it, is the Thunder and the Spurs. And if the Spurs can get past the Thunder, I think they'll be back, because every other team in the West, dude, the Lakers are doing idiotic stuff. The so-called team in Houston are doing idiotic stuff. Denver might have to do some soul searching over there. And Minnesota, who knows? They might just say, you know what, we'll just send out Ant somewhere and he go win a championship.
The Blazers, my word, don't get me started on Portland.
Like, can anybody
get right? They're gonna have to catch some shit for
that. But can anybody get right in the West? Even though all the teams are really tough and talented, but the only two teams that I see that's getting right are the Thunder and the Spurs. Dude,
yeah. Here's the deal:
Dallas.
The Spurs, as
they're the youngest team
constructed. They're not getting back to
the
finals. Ready. If they have to make changes, they need a point guard. They need to get rid of Fox. Fox is supposed to be the adult in the room. Yeah, and he was horrendous in the finals.
Cornette was supposed to be the adult in the room, and he was horrible.
They didn't play him.
Yeah, he was horrible.
You know what the problem is with the Spurs, Larry? You know what the problem was? That they didn't think that they could put Cornette and Wemby on the court together. Why not? Yep. Why not?
I don't know
what I mean? Like,
they don't have any cap space neither. They're negative $64 million in cap space right now. I'm looking at it right now.
Who's that? The Spurs?
San Antonio. Yeah.
Who are they paying?
They paying all their young guys. Yeah. What? Harrison Barnes, who I'm sure makes a lot of money.
He's playing in the series.
Harrison Barnes, I think they got some money coming off. I think that number might change.
Yeah.
Let's see. Cause Harrison Barnes.
De'Aaron Fox is a $49.5 million.
How many years left on his deal?
De'Aaron Fox?
Yeah.
Give me a second.
2 or 3 probably.
So, I mean, but the guy you're paying the most money to is the guy you need to jettison out of there. I think now we'll probably talk about the rumored trade that's going on. If they can if they could pull that off, then I don't think that cures all the ails. But that
4 more years on that deal. Holy smokes!
You want to go back to it real quick?
I'll take it. I'll take it. In a heartbeat, I'll take it.
So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna trade Van Vliet to San Antonio? Because that's the only way the money matches. That's a lot.
But you gotta send it. You can send it to.
Look at this joint.
Look at that, Larry. I mean, you probably can't see it, but like that, do you see that?
Hey, Fred, Larry, you get used to Milwaukee winners, bro. I'm just saying. Hey. Fred get used to Milwaukee winners, bro.
They ain't fit to do that, man. Because Giannis fit to go to Boston and whatever like
that. That's what I said. That's why you make it a 4. That's why you make it a 4-team trade and not.
But you like look. Larry, you were talking earlier about like, oh man, like teams of position and stuff like that. You know how this go. It's like I feel like the Hawks and the Celtics and whoever else, they've been talking. They've been talking. They you know what I'm saying? They have to have been talking because this thing is like when stuff like this moves too quickly and it's too perfect. It's like Giannis gets to go to Boston, Jaylen Brown gets to go home to Atlanta, and then like whoever else just takes a bunch of the leftovers, just to make the money work, to make everything work. It's like it's too clean for this to just be like. So it's like
clean trade. That was probably one of the most cleanest, sensible trades that would like work out for everybody.
That's what I'm saying. It's when trades are that clean, it leads me to believe like maybe I'm on team conspiracy like you are, Larry, with like the jockeying and stuff like that. Because like these trades are always usually messy and you need a third team to do all this stuff like that. And this trade is just so clean. It's wild.
But that's when you insert a little anarchy, like I say, man. That's when you be like, you know what, De'Aaron, you would love to come home, man. You know what? We got plenty of draft.
Raphael Stone doesn't have the wherewithal to inject himself into this deal. He doesn't. He doesn't. He does not. He will sit back and he will watch this happen. He will not even call Milwaukee. He won't call him. He won't even call Boston because there's a scenario in which if Jaylen Brown's available, the Rockets have a package that they can offer the Celtics. But will he do it? Nope. No. Because he's stupid. Because he's dumb. And I'm
hey, dude.
That whole thing that you mentioned. Heck no, he ain't doing that neither.
Dude, if you sending out, because you got to make the money match, bro. I'm just being real. If you sending out Fred. And you sending out somebody else, I don't care who it is, you could absorb that $49 million because Fred's at like what 30 something.
Larry, why would you want to absorb that guy? The contract is one thing, but why
they need a point? They need a point. They need a. We'll figure it out.
Larry. He got Mike Brown fired in Sacramento
because
Mike Brown called him out. Like,
Mike Brown called him out for making a stupid play, and he said, "Get him out of here." And then goes to San Antonio
and makes a stupid play.
We need a point guard. That's the point. We need a point guard.
No, go dig up Chris Paul. You do not want that guy as your point guard. You will be complaining by the end of the season, Larry. I don't wish that harm upon you, Larry. I don't want that.
Like this, I will take De'Aaron Fox over 30. What are you gonna be? 32-year-old coming off of an ACL, won't be the adult in the room. Fred VanVleet. I would take De'Aaron.
Your point guard, and with 8 seconds left, he's not dribbling the ball out to run the clock. He's not gonna
handle the ball as much.
He is dumb.
On the Rockets, he's not gonna handle the ball. Dude, the Rockets need competent point guard play, bro.
That's not competent, Larry. Stop it. I don't do that. That's not competent. Larry, he's not competent.
Dude, I will. Raphael Stone, like I said, I would be so much calling these dudes phone. I need to be part of this trade. Look, why are we sitting on first round draft picks that we're not going to use? Or we're going
That's a conversation we got to have in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll say that for the we say that for launch pad.
Like I said, but I think
when is the draft? When is the draft, serious? When is the draft?
Yeah,
draft soon, man. That's why I want to have this. I want to have this draft. I want to have this show before the draft. So yeah.
Hey, since we talking Spurs, bro, I'm just being for real, dude. Think about it, even from this aspect, how well the Spurs draft, bro. Like, not just. People look at like Castle and Harper.
June 21st. June 23rd. Next week.
They drafted Sochan, who he was pretty certain he couldn't get no minutes no more. They drafted Vassell. Who would have thought Vassell would have been who he was? Dude, you gotta think about it. They even drafted DeJounte Murray. Who thought DeJounte Murray was gonna be what he was, bro? The Spurs draft really well. It don't matter if they first, second, 12th, 50th. They draft really well. That's why I said I have more confidence. I'm not speaking into fruition, but I have more confidence in them still being able to compete to come out of the West, bro. I do.
Yeah, I mean, but like, and we can move on after this. It's just one of those things where, like, like again, teams who kind of like stumbled a little bit will kind of like get things together, and one of these teams will figure it out. Like one of these young teams, stuff like that. Like again, I don't know what's going on in Portland. I mean, but they got a good young roster out there. As Larry likes to always as Larry likes to always like remind us, like technically Chauncey Billups has not been fired.
Not been fired.
And that's the point. But see, why would you let him out the door without getting some kind of compensation back for it? You got nothing. You got nothing.
Hey,
You let Splitter,
they-
who is a good coach, because I feel like that Bulls roster has a little bit more talent or equal talent, than that Trailblazers team. So it's just, like I think the Bulls could be a team that will see what they do. They got some moves they probably got to make. They got a little something we'll see what they do in the draft. It's still Chicago. I feel like the Bulls are in a better place right now, and I feel like if they can get the right guys, it's not about like big names. They need guys to fill out that roster to come to Chicago. We'll see. Like the Bulls are a team that I'm very interested in because like they finished strong. They had some momentum in the season.
Early
And
in the season, they were really good.
yeah, and then they fell off the table, and then it's like toward the end of the season they start playing well because it's like they're like, well, this is the team. It was like all this like, are we trading White? Are we doing? But then once it was like, okay, post deadline, it was like this is the team for the rest of the season. They start playing well. Billy Donovan quit on him. The coach, the coach quit on him. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of rallied the troops and they kind of bounded together because like our coach quit on us. you know.
Coach. Let me put this out here, right? You talking Chicago? Do the rest of the crew think they keep that number 4 pick?
They better.
They don't need it.
They better.
What are you gonna do with it?
This is where the curveball is going to come at. There's been reports out there that Peterson do not want to go to the Jazz, and do they draft another guy that don't want to go to them?
Why does anybody want to go to the Jazz?
But I'm just saying, think about it. They took Ace Bailey last year, and Ace Bailey didn't want to go there either. So do they take another guy who don't want to go there, or do they trade out? And where you trade? Because I heard there was some rumors that the Chicago was thinking about trading number 4 too, because there's a certain team that think
I'm looking at Las Vegas because nobody wants to go there. Nobody.
I'm
wants
looking
to
at
go
a mock now, and they got the
and
Chicago Bulls drafting Caleb Wilson from North Carolina.
Because there's a certain team in OKC that say that they want Boozer, and they got the draft capital to go after him.
Yeah, but Peterson he only scheduled one interview, and that was with the
Washington.
With Washington,
Yeah.
that was it.
Yeah.
But they saying
Peterson's coming to Washington. AJ BYU is probably going to number 2.
But if you watch, let me tell you, I don't think Washington would do the smart thing, but if you Washington, do you draft AJ anyway and then force to trade for him and acquire some more assets?
I would do that.
Yeah, I would definitely do that for sure. Because he wants to go there. They want him there. They probably already got the stuff printed out, the posters, the T-shirts, everything like that. It's just I would be like, okay, now we got something we want.
Wait. AJ wants to go to Utah.
He's in Utah now.
He went to BYU.
He's in Utah now.
That was for money. That's for the money.
So Barry, you're the marketing genius here. It's like he already got a fan base. He will come into you like they already been buying his jersey. They already been rooting for him and stuff like that. They already selling out, like the BYU arena to come see him and stuff like that. So it's a match made in heaven. It's like he will be a star in Salt Lake City.
So do you do a handshake deal with the Wizards?
I could see this being
I'm gonna draft this guy. You draft this guy.
Yeah,
I could see this being a Weber Penny.
I was just gonna say Weber and Penny. We like again now, Larry. That's one conspiracy theory that was actually like proven. It was like the Warriors and the Magic definitely had a conversation. They're like, look,
man.
Let's
Penny's gonna fall. I don't want him to fall that far. Can you draft him?
Can you draft him?
Not take him number 1, but if you send me Penny and a couple of picks, then we'll work this out.
If I'm the Jazz, I'm to your point, Larry. I'm doing everything in my power to get AJ. I'm doing everything. Like how many picks, Larry, are the Jazz sitting on? They have a lot of picks, right?
You talk about
they got
the Jazz got a lot of picks.
The only thing,
and them picks don't mean nothing.
Picks don't mean nothing no more. Picks don't mean nothing anymore because of the new slotted system. Picks don't mean anything anymore. So it's like, how much would you be willing to give up to acquire said picks?
I would give up at least probably a couple first rounders. I'd say probably at least 3 or 4. We're not talking
Yeah.
Mikal Bridges, but like I'll give up a couple to get to. First, somebody wants to be in Utah. Somebody wants to be.
Yeah, I mean,
When have
because
we ever
I mean,
said
when you
that?
look at when you look at all these draft picks, I'm gonna put it like this: like AJ, to me, he's clear head and shoulders above the number one pick, and you do not take him number one.
Right.
But it's like okay, it's like I say, it's like Weber. Like yeah, Weber was clearly gonna be the number one pick, but Weber doesn't want to play here. But do I give him up for free, or how much am I willing to fleece out of you? You know, I think it'll be one of those situations. For me, I wouldn't like I said, I'm like this. I'll trade you AJ, but I need your pick this year and at least 2 more picks.
Mm-hmm. Do the
So I come
Jazz
out
have
with
another
like at
first
least
round
3.
pick? Jazz have another first round pick
I'm not sure.
this year.
I would
So
need at least 3.
I'm looking at it now. I just dropped it in the chat. So they have
Okay.
obviously the second pick, and then 2027.
But didn't they give up some picks for Jackson? They gave up some of their draft capital to get Jaren Jackson, right?
Yeah, they did. They did.
Yeah.
But those are futures picks. So it's kind of messy to kind of read through it. But long story short, they have one first round draft pick this year. They have some second rounds, and then they got some future stuff coming in and some other stuff. Yeah.
I mean, like with the Jazz, real quick. I mean, it's like so. You talked about Ace Bailey earlier, so it's like I mean, again, you got some young pieces there and stuff like that. It's like if I were the Wizards, I'd be like, look, man, look, we swap picks. Number one, okay, we swap picks, and then we're gonna pick AJ. You know, you pick AJ, and then you pick whatever like that, and just. But who? So if we're doing this, who do the Wizards want? Peterson?
Yes.
Yeah. Peterson wants to go there. It's the only
He's taking no other appointments.
No other ones. So like he knows he's going there or nowhere.
So then they would have to draft Peterson for me.
They would have to draft Peterson, and then it's like Boozer goes to Memphis.
I mean, like I said, I heard it was a team in OKC that wanted Boozer.
Yeah, because then Boozer, like, because if I'm the Grizzlies, because I said it to say this, like, because with the two teams that we're doing all this like that, the Grizzlies are like, what do we do? Because now the draft starts in Memphis of these two teams, like, because now it's like, the Grizzlies are probably sitting back and they're probably very invested in what these two teams are the top two, because if that's the case, then the Grizzlies can do a whole lot with that third pick, a whole lot.
That becomes that's currency. Currency because
I mean,
AJ are going 1-2. Now you're trying to get to the third spot because those two teams are not giving up those picks. Now you're trying to get to the third spot if you're willing to trade back and do that deal. One thing I would think that the Washington Wizards might be enticed to do, maybe they don't need to get a first rounder in the future. That would be what I would do. But they could get back. They traded that pick to San Antonio, their second rounder. Get it back into the second round with them too. Maybe you could play around like that, so you don't have to fleece them. But hey, you know what? Just pass me one of those picks. You know what I mean? And we could do something. But
I mean, what did Penny? He went with a first, right? Or 2 first?
No, Penny went for 3.
Yeah, it was 3 first and Penny, right?
3 first, yeah.
Okay.
That would be the bar. I'm not trading you Weber unless I get AJ and 3 first. That's the bar right there.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, listen. Either way, I think it works out. Listen. I want it to work out for the Jazz just because, like, they have been in the doldrums. I hate the way the draft is positioned. I hate the new rules that Adam Silver has put in place for the draft to penalize these teams. Like, the Jazz have no choice but to lose games just because they can't. Nobody wants to come there as a free agent. They have to get draft picks, and now you're penalizing them for getting draft picks. It's a counterproductive system. Like, I said it to you. I think I said to you, Sirius. I hate the new rules that are in place for anti-tanking. We know what the tanking is. You're not penalizing the right people. It's ridiculous. So I want the Jazz to
it's even
have a chance.
Like so Barry, I'll put this out there, bro. It's like when you look at today's NBA, right? It's like I said, you got to penalize like the Jazz and all these other teams. But then now, like I know Barry, you've seen it because they keep talking about the Knicks. and Brunson gave up all his money to play with the Knicks. It's not just the draft rules. Like you can't even like have like Brunson right now he couldn't take $116 million cut because of the new rules, right?
Yeah.
Then you can't have like three max players on your team right now. That's the new NBA rules. And at that point, where do we go with this? Because say even if you were the Jazz and you draft, I don't know, you get AJ and Ace Bailey turn out to be a star, and some of these other picks pan out, and then NBA was like, no, you can't have three max players on the team. And I get it, they're going to go to expansion. Then what do you do at that point?
Yeah,
It's some of the stuff that they're doing is just is getting ridiculous. And from my standpoint, it's like, will we ever see any of these teams, quote unquote, really be good? Like you say, your Jazzes and our Pelicans and teams of that nature. Will you ever see them, quote unquote, get to that upper echelon because of the new NBA rules?
I mean, one
It's
could
crazy.
hope. I just don't foresee it based off of how the landscape
No.
of the league. I mean,
yeah. It's
how the
definitely
league is
it's
sitting
definitely
now.
changing. It's just
Dude,
it's not. Yeah,
you remember we was talking about the Rockets, bro? Have y'all seen what that second apron? That
Yeah.
second apron is equivalent to like the death penalty, bro. Like that's why teams don't want to get into that second apron at all. And it's like, these teams, people talk about, oh, well, what the Rockets would have did with this. I say, man, did y'all not realize the Rockets were in luxury tax? And they were like, what, $1 million away from the second apron? Like,
But see, the thing is, we can't as Rockets, and I don't want to turn this into a launch pad. We can't as
no.
Rockets fans use that because there were moves to be made
I
that
mean, you could have
Raphael
went in bed for
Stone.
him. You could have went in bed for him. But like even now, like say the Lakers are facing a situation where they lose Austin Reeves to bring back LeBron
yeah.
because they can't. You can't pay LeBron 50 something million, Luca all his money, and pay Austin Reeves. The NBA will not allow you to do that anymore. So what do you do? And like I said, LeBron he can't take a pay cut. Like that's the new NBA rules. Like you're slotted. You can't he can't say I'm gonna go play for the Lakers for $1 million. The NBA is like, no,
No, they
can't
won't
do
let
that.
them do. No,
They won't. You
They
can't
won't
do
let
that.
him do that.
You can't do that.
And nor should he do that because the salary cap keeps going up, the salaries keep going up. It sets other people back by him doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Like the
you
money.
can't do that anymore. You can't be like this all-star level player and then you go join a team and take vets minimum. You can't do that anymore. Now, if you get bought out or something during a season or something like that, that's different. But you can't
You
quote
got to
unquote
collect your
take a
money.
pay
You got to
cut.
get your
Yeah,
money.
you
yeah,
can't
yeah.
take a pay cut. So when you're looking at this new landscape and draft picks aren't prime assets anymore, and the way that these guys they have to structure these contracts and the teams have to go
But
through
you know, Larry, is crazy because like you mentioned like, well, this team has this draft capital, this team has this draft capital, this team has this draft capital, and it's
yeah.
funny how it's like that's not gonna mean a whole lot moving forward.
Right.
Well,
You
I
get
mean,
you're just gonna have a lot of picks.
it's
Good for
still
you.
first rounders. I mean,
You
at
know,
the end of the day, it's still first rounders, and
Right.
it's still like I say, it just from now it's like how people used to make those trades and they'd be like, oh, okay, they made the trade because they assume that this team will be lottery
bad.
first
Yeah,
round. Yeah,
exactly.
like now it's just you just assume it, but it's just they may not be as lotto as they are. What I'm saying? It's still a
Yeah.
first round pick. And teams are willing to make trades for
But I
first
feel like
round
it's
picks.
different in basketball. Whereas like I feel like a first round pick in like football is more valuable than a first round pick in basketball because especially
Is it
like
really?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
You
Oh yeah.
sure? I don't think so.
Oh,
Yeah,
by
well,
a
top
lot.
to bottom because there's no lottery in football.
There's no lottery in
Lotto in
football.
the
Like
first
yeah,
round.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I mean like
It
again
doesn't
like
matter where your first round pick is in football. That's valuable currency. I think in the NBA, like it's got to be in the top 10 to be a valuable currency, right?
yeah.
Because
Yeah,
that's
that's what I mean. It's like
Larry. That's why it's protected. Like that's why you have protected
Me,
and unprotected first round picks. You don't have that in the
Correct.
NFL, right?
I mean, what the thing with me is with this new NBA and the way these guys, you gonna maybe go into a rumble, but a ramble, but the way that this new NBA is set up, um, top five picks to me they ain't what they used to be. Like you can go back draft after draft. It's like you get one, maybe two guys in that quote unquote lottery that you're like, okay, they're stars, but I mean, you don't really get stars like you used to get in the quote unquote lottery. There's so many lottery picks that wash out now. It's not even funny. Like, that's one thing. That's one thing, Barry. I did want to say that I did like about the Knicks winning because I kind of hate the NBA draft now because you'll have a guy like Brunson who's a proven winner in college, proven star in college, falls to the second rounder because the NBA is like, oh, we got this freshman who can jump 7 feet and he's 6'12" and handle the basketball, but he can't put, like Coach say, ball and hoop. But he got all this talent and we'll pass up all these quote unquote proven guys.
Yeah.
Because like I said, to me, like I said, I don't think that lottery picks pan out as much in the NBA as they do, quote unquote, I guess NFL.
I mean, let's not act like that. Let's not act like we can go through the first round of the NFL draft we can go back 5-6 years and guys who are not even in the league anymore. I mean, so that happens in football too.
Yeah. But basketball, it's like, dude, you could go back and you see guys who were drafted like 6 and 7, and they're not even in a G League.
You can see guys who were drafted number 1 overall.
Yeah,
Jamarcus Russell
in both sports, number 1 overall. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just
Anthony Bennett.
like I mean,
Kwame Brown.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like like he ended up having a pretty decent career, but you got a guy like Joe Smith. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's just again, it's like
but you just starting to see it more and more in the NBA because the NBA will draft guys based on potential more than actual pool.
Look, I'm gonna say something. He's a guy who a lot of people don't really care for, and like he's not my favorite. But again, like I watched Draymond Green at Michigan State. I was like, this guy is going to be in the league for 15, 16 years. He is going to be what every team needs. He's going to play defense. He can defend all 5 positions. He can rebound. He can dribble a little bit. I was like, this guy is a NBA player. He's going to be a perennial all-star. He's not going to be the number 1 guy on the team, but he's going to be a really good, great NBA player. And he went in the second round.
Second round.
Yeah, I mean that
and he's still all of those things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just being for
it happens.
Yeah. So I don't. Like I said, I just don't look at it from that aspect of. But there's still people value them because they're first round picks, and you get the opportunity to pick your guy. And we've seen that some franchises just draft better than others.
Yeah.
And some franchises just like, you know what, I'll do my research on Jalen Williams. Like, dude, me and my homeboy, we talked about it before. We like, dude, the Thunder have a lot of these first round draft picks. They have guys that are like literally buried on the bench, but when they play, they dropping like 20 points a game. Like, but then you see these other franchises, they draft guys in the lottery, and you like, man, this dude shouldn't even be starting on a G League team.
Yeah,
being real. So yeah, we'll see how it happens. But like I said, this whole landscape of the NBA is changing. I think that's what's making it even harder for guys. Well, I'm saying not guys, but teams to repeat too. Just because this landscape is I'm gonna say this year and next year we're really gonna see how this plays out. How these new changes are gonna play out because people wasn't paying attention. It wasn't just the draft rules that was changed. It's the way you can even construct your teams. They've changed. Like I said, you can't have guys taking pay cuts. Guys are slotted into these max deals, quote unquote. You get into these first apron, second apron type of deals. And the NBA is just, they're trying to, I hate to say it, but I ain't gonna say they're watering it down, but they're trying to make it more diverse to some degree. But we all know it's gonna be teams like the Jazz that who wants to go play in Utah? I mean, just to keep it above.
Yeah, AJ.
Like Washington, who wants to really go play for the Wizards? I'm just being for real. Peterson. You there? Like,
I'm here. Yeah, Peterson.
Yeah, it's like KD, please. You're from here, KD. Please come.
He don't care.
I will say this though. The way the Washington Wizards, and again, we'll move here in a minute. The way the Washington Wizards have built themselves. They're going to make some noise next year.
It's smart. They have actually, for the first time in a long time, they have approached rebuilding this team in a smart way. They like you know as well as I do. Like the Wizards had so much money tied up in so much nonsense. Bradley Bill. Okay, now that we're starting to get clear of that, it's like okay, now let's bring in Anthony Davis and let's bring in Trey. Anyway, it's like they got rid of a bunch of money just to bring in more money. But it's like again, these are players where it's like, look, people forget that the team that the Wizards have, and then they have a high draft pick, and it's like, look, man, I don't think the Wizards are going to be nearly as bad as people think. I think the Wizards got a chance to like improve. So we'll see. Like
I think them in the plan.
Yeah, I mean, look, if we're saying like, okay, if we're sitting here right now on June 16th, like I'm like, give me the Bulls and the Wizards to be like those teams that kind of like jump up and shoot up. I mean, because it's the Eastern Conference, so it's like who knows, you know what I'm saying? So everybody got a chance, you know what I'm saying, until they don't, you know. So
look,
flipping it around
I don't want to make it a launch pad, but look,
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Hey, because I seen. We talking draft, bro. I seen the rumors that they may want to move up for a point guard. I mean,
is there any other draft picks that you guys are looking at this next week? Because I mean, the draft is next week.
Anybody that's a point guard is looked at right about now. It's just will they move set hell and earth to acquire set player? That be the problem.
And I mean, and that's the thing is like, because again, it's an inexact science. I mean, but like if I had like my choice of it, I mean, it's like I don't know. I just the guards that I like are two guards. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I like A-Cuff. I like, you know what I'm saying? I like A-Cuff. I like Wagler. That's not what we need. You know? So.
I like Fleming.
But Fleming
is more of a two.
Fleming's more of a two. Is again, like I said, I looked at it the other day and I was like, I like all these guards, but there's something that we already have. We need a point guard. You know what I'm saying? It's like right now, I would love for the Rockets to like draft like my man from Michigan, Yaxel. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of Jabari, bring in Yaxel. That would be great if I had my way. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you want to move up for something like that, but he's already 25 years old. So it's like
he might fall to the second round. He might,
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's already 25. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, I don't know.
We might get him in a supplemental draft or something. You know, 25. You're too old.
I don't know.
We need the 17-year-old who can jump out the gym but can't put ball in hoop.
Anyway, spinning it around the NFL real quick before we get out of here, man. There's been a lot of movement going on. Cam Jordan resigns with the Saints. So again, I think a lot of us saw that coming. Bo Nick said that he's ready to rock and roll for week 1. Surprisingly, George Pickens shows up to Cowboys minicamp. Plans to work out and play on the tag. Doesn't want to hold out. I guess he's
accident waiting to happen.
Trying to put in some good faith. Rashid Rice has been released and is set to rejoin the Kansas City Chiefs. Rest in peace, Aldon Smith from the 49ers, man. According to what I'm reading, his family is donating his brain to CTE for research. We still don't know a COD, but I'm sure that's involved at some point. There's a lot going on, and then Texas Tech quarterback Sorsby plans to enter the NFL supplemental draft. We talked about that at length last week. I guess we'll start there and work our way around. Larry, talk to me, big dog.
Hey, can I say something right quick? Hey, I'm not gonna quote the person that said it, but oh my God, thank God the Knicks won a championship before the Cowboys.
Well, you know who that was. That was
that tough. If you were taking bets, I would have totally bet on the Cowboys before the Knicks. Man. If you were taking bets a couple years ago, like
yeah. I mean, like let's keep it a buck here. I would have definitely been like, oh yeah, the Cowboys would get it before the Knicks do. Oh yeah.
Hey, look, I'm betting on the pigs to fly first before Cowboys now.
So I mean, Larry and I don't agree on a lot of things, but that's one thing we can agree on: our mutual disdain for them.
I mean, but you would think it's funny. I'll let you. You would think the Cowboys have never won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It has been it. Yeah, they've won 5 of them. They won 3 of them. It's like you would think the Cowboys have never won. Like again, look, I have to say there are Cowboys fans who I love. People in my family, people who I've known my whole life. I love them to death. It's like, but they're delusional. You would think.
Yes.
It's like I told my cousin, I was like, bro, I was sitting there with you when they won the Super Bowl. Okay, we were kids, but it's like you act like you've never seen them. We talked about this earlier. It's like the Cowboys have won a Super Bowl, but they act like they haven't. The Cowboys had won a Super Bowl more recently than the Knicks had won a championship.
But whose fan base have been more assholes and think that they're gonna win every year?
And the Knicks fans, they kept their head down. They was like, yeah, it's gonna happen one day. And the Cowboys fans like, we still them boys, we them boys, blah 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 blah. And it's like, that's why I hate Cowboys fans more than I hate the actual team. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's just the thing. It's like the fans.
Hey, you know what's about to come out?
Because I'm not a Steeler fan or a 49ers fan or a Giants fan. It's like, so yeah, I understand like how y'all feel about the Cowboys, but it's like the Cowboys fans like grind my gears more than the actual team ever had.
Man, the Cowboys are a worldwide hate, bro. It don't matter who you are, as long as you're a Cowboys fan. It's like that one dude at work that don't realize that nobody else at work don't like them. That is the Cowboys right there.
That is the team that you love or you hate.
You hate.
And if you hate,
no. See, the like love hate. I'm indifferent to the Cowboys. Mm-hmm. They don't get that much of a reaction out of me. So that's worse than that's worse.
We know the team that you hate. So
I don't put them on the same level as the Ravens do, but yeah, the Cowboys, I love to watch them lose.
They don't matter. They don't matter. They don't matter. And we sit up here and we make them. This is why the fans act that way, because we give them the energy. They don't matter. They're insignificant. You know what I'm saying? They haven't. Now people are gonna listen to this and they're gonna think, oh, Steve hate the Cowboys, and it's like, but I'm just like, that's just how I do. It's like, if I hate you, you know I hate you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If I love you, you know I love you. But it's like, man, if I'm indifferent, it's like you could live on Jupiter, and I don't. You're insignificant to me at all. It's like I don't like the Spurs. Yes, I've said this before because I'm a Rockets fan. So it's like this was one of the greatest hate watches of all time for me. But
we know your real hate is, but like I said,
I'm gonna tell you something, and we can move on. It's like. Literally, like if I'm talking about teams and rivals and stuff like that, the one rival of my teams that I root for that I truly quote unquote hate is Oklahoma. That's it. That's it.
I knew he was going that one.
That's it. Serious no. Oklahoma. It's like, you know what? Okay, so the Texans are rivals with like the Colts and the Titans and stuff like that. Whatever, like that. The Rockets and the Spurs is like whatever, like Mavericks, whatever, like that. It's like Oklahoma. Anything coming out of Norman, Oklahoma.
Hold on, Steve. Dude, but I seriously, bro, because we've had conversations. I think the Titans are probably like 1B behind Oklahoma.
I mean, they're half step behind the Sooners, probably for sure. Yeah, but I mean, like, but if I'm saying like which one of my rivals, like, it's like Oklahoma. Like you don't even like.
All right, man. My bad, man. I had to put it out there, man. We talking NFL, man. We know it's coming. We know them boys is coming. They're gonna be like, oh man, the Knicks won the championship. We're gonna win it this year.
They've started already. They've started already.
Yeah,
they started after the draft, bro. After the draft, these damn was on social media and inboxes talking about we the boys.
This is the one thing I hate about the Knicks winning the championship. It has put a battery in these idiots back to where it's like now it's like, hey, look at the Knicks. We can do this now. They did it. The Knicks did it. We can do it.
Let me call Dan Houser.
Don't you do that, Steve? Don't you put that deal on us? Don't you do it?
But it's the truth. You've seen it. Somehow the Knicks winning the championship has invigorated the Cowboys like fan base because they're like, hey, it's our turn now.
Yes, bro. That is so crazy, bro. Like, dude, I'm with you, Steve. It's like I live here, so that it's like they like the roaches. They all coming out the woodworks now.
He said they like roaches. Oh
You
my
starting to
God.
see, bro. You are starting to see they flags. They all over social
Yeah.
media. They're like,
All
this is who
because
we
the New
done.
York Knickerbockers basketball team has
Yeah,
won the championship. So now all of a sudden that has just it has put
It's
a
Dan.
fire.
No, it's Danhausen's
Yeah.
fault. You blaming Danhausen.
this is
He's
how
I'm
the
we
so
do it.
look man,
If
look
Danhausen ever associates with the Cowboys, then I will never be a fan of his again.
Barry, they have a lot of the human monies.
They have a lot of the human monies.
Cowboys fans, you don't understand. Like you know a little bit, but me and Larry grew up and were raised by these people and stuff like that. It's like if you ask, is some rich man in Highland Park right now who would give Danhausen $1 million for real?
More than that.
More than
More than
that,
that.
because he seen what Danhausen did for the Knicks.
It would be like, man, it would be like
There's,
And the
there's some
Carolina Hurricanes.
There's some, yeah, and the Carolina Hurricanes. There is some rich idiot in Dallas who would be like, look, here's $1 million for the Stars and $1 million for the Cowboys, and you know, it's like, and it's
so
just
you go to this duffel bag that showed up to your front door that's unmarked with a note in it that say, I'm just saying, bro, like that is so crazy.
idiots. I'm sorry I went out on that rant, but it's like
I
I'm
had to
seeing
say it 'cause
I'm
I'm
seeing
getting
it already. I'm seeing it. Me and Larry probably seeing it already. Where it's like
all day, every
the
day.
Knicks, a basketball team winning a championship has just
Nothing to do with y'all.
nothing to do. These Cowboys fans feel like they are 10 feet tall and just on top of the world now because they're like, you know what? The Knicks did it. We up next, and it's like that's not how that works.
Some Cowboy fans are Knicks fans.
Dude, but you know the crazy part about that, Barry, is like now
That's the thing.
Yeah.
it ain't even football season yet, and I'm already seeing Michael Irvin on everything already. And you see
Yeah,
him,
he came up in my feed
I'm
talking
like,
about
come
the
on,
Knicks.
bro.
Like, what do you know about the Knicks and the Spurs?
Not
Get the
even
hell-
football
David
season
Prescott.
yet. Yeah, I'm like, man, they'll be talking about built to ass and all. I'm like, bro, like, oh my god, yeah, bro, they are.
I don't like
they,
it.
They
I don't
are
like it.
really, they are really annoying as hell. And I can
Let's
see right now if they start the season like 2-0 or something, oh, it's gonna get even worse.
I'm sorry. I have been sitting on that for a couple days. It's just like no, y'all, shut up. This has nothing to do with y'all. Shut up.
But don't put that evil on me, man. Don't do it. Don't you do it. I didn't do nothing. I did
Steve, I'm glad I wasn't alone, man, because I was just like, oh my god, man. Let the Knicks enjoy their championship. That has nothing to do with y'all. Y'all play football.
Man, I had to mute my family group chat. I love my family to death. A bunch of us cousins are in a group chat. I had to mute my because they in there like, oh, we up next. We up next. It's like, no, y'all not. No, y'all not. No, y'all not. Stop it. Let the Knicks have this. Stop trying to come in here and like steal some of the Knicks shine. It's like, stop it.
They're trying to jump on their spring, man. They're trying to jump on their spring.
That's right.
Because you don't see Bills fans, you don't see Browns fans like, oh, if the Knicks did it, then we're gonna do it. Like, no, like shut up.
Man,
Only the Cowboys.
You don't see the Panthers over here like, yeah, we got it. This is our year. Yeah, man, we can have 2 for 1. No, they're not doing all that, bro. But it's them Cowboys fans, man. They just
Panthers got a better shot than the Cowboys probably do. But anyway,
That's a true statement.
man,
So,
sorry to derail, but they've been grinding my gears for like a couple days. Like, shut up.
We needed a Cowboys bad session.
Shut up.
Anything NFL wise you guys want to touch on? I mean, obviously the big story. Cam Jordan going back. San Francisco's not doing nothing. We'll talk about them on the show next Monday.
Yeah, I mean,
Really,
really,
award-winning show.
Alden Smith, rest in peace.
Yeah, for sure.
Too young. If you need somebody needs help in your family, man, get them help. And I think you had said it quickly but beautifully, Larry. Like, got help too late, and it was too late. So yeah, that was one thing. But as far as like what's going on in the NFL, I mean, Sorsby. I mean, listen. He made the right business decision because if he had came back to Texas Tech, I don't care how much money they would have paid him, it would have got nasty. It would have got nasty, and I don't know who was the final straw. Was it the Big Ten team saying that we're not going to schedule them or what have you or whatever they did? But I guess the protocol is right, Coach, that he's got to withdraw his lawsuit or his lawsuit, right, or whatever, in the courts, and then he can go into the supplemental draft, and he's going to have a pro day at a high school somewhere, right?
Boy, that ain't no normal high school. South Lake Carroll. It is. Yeah, that ain't no normal high school.
Well, I mean, it's in the group chat. If y'all wanna look, scroll back. It's in the group chat.
Yeah, can you flip it to me directly? I want to see this. I want to see this.
Oh boy, I've been there. I think Larry, you been up there? You been to South Lake?
Yeah, brother. Who you talking
about? It's look. I'm gonna tell you something. Look, man. Like,
my name is on the billboard up there. What
man,
you talking about?
You ain't seen. Oh, jeez, it's like it is a professional level facility. Like their stadium, their workout facility, something. It is like their stuff is probably just as good as like SMU in North Texas, like Division I schools in the Metroplex. Their stuff is just as good.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. Yeah. But yeah, I'm surprised that I don't know what's happening with Pickens. I don't know if they're going to trade him. Yeah. I don't know if he wants to stay there for 1 year, but I'm sure he's okay with the money he'll get this year. Does he deserve it? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. You know, like, but that's one thing that kind of jumped out at me, and I'm glad that Bo Nix is on track. He was having a really good season, and that unfortunate injury in the playoffs really derailed that Broncos team. I thought the Broncos team was probably the best team in the AFC throughout the year. And so hopefully he can get back, and it's surprise. I think Sean Payton got an extension too, so they're gonna get their back.
Yeah. I mean, that's just what we all saw. What happened to the Broncos was unfortunate. You talk about like things falling your way and stuff like that. It's just that was unfortunate because like that was I really like that Broncos team, and I like him coming back. If Knicks is gonna be healthy, I like him coming back because the defense is ferocious. The defense is just ridiculous.
I got a question for you guys since we're here on the NFL. Mm-hmm. Michael Penix or Tua Tagovailoa, who is going to be Atlanta starter?
The healthy one.
The
healthy one.
Oh, look who's watching some soccer. If they're the $1 billion man himself watching some soccer anyway. Mm-hmm.
Okay. If they're both healthy, who would I pick as my starter, or who do you think is
who you got?
If they're both healthy, it's got to be Penix. In my opinion, that's just my opinion.
Now we got two, Steve. That.
Yeah, I mean,
like
again, from a pile of dung and a pile of dung.
Yeah, it's like
one in the black one. But.
Yeah, exactly. It's just no. Is my answer no.
No.
None of the above. None of the above.
No.
None of the above. What are you?
No. Millions. None of the above.
Yeah. None of the above. Yeah, like no. You know what I'm saying? It's like that is my answer.
Which is a shame. Which is the same because you gave Drake London the bag. You know what I'm saying? You got Bijan there. You got some pieces there.
Kyle Pitts is there for now.
He's there for now, but he may be a trade candidate.
I swear, like if they let the Chiefs get Kyle Pitts, I swear, like that was it.
No, that's not possible. No, we can't. We're not doing that. We can't do. Can they do that?
Yeah, they can.
They can do whatever they want to do, man.
They're the Chiefs. They can do whatever they can. Look. I just saw Patrick Mahomes. He at the Algeria Argentina game. It's like they just like he just freed up all that money. It's like he got more money, but then kind of, but didn't, but freed up all this money. They can go get Kyle Pitts. Kelsey on his way out the door. He finna become Mr. Swift. He on his way out the door. Get Kyle Pitts. Bring Tyreek back. They back in it, baby. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah. They outside too.
Yeah.
They outside too.
That's not right.
No, look, like we're breaking news to Barry. It's like it's crazy because it. Like from what I saw, I was reading earlier, just kind of getting ready for the show. The Ravens, who that'd be real great, and the Chiefs have emerged as like the top candidates to try to like get Pitts because Kyle Pitts probably like, look, man, neither one of these men are capable of getting me the ball consistently. Get me out of here right now.
I don't listen. He's not wrong, but that's not right. That's not right. You can't
He's
do
going
that.
to Kansas City. He's going to Kansas City. He's going to pair himself with Kenneth.
No.
With
I told you
K9.
Stephon Diggs. I did not say anything about Kyle Pitts. That is not right. That's not right.
And speaking of Diggs, it's like, and then I wouldn't be shocked if like the Patriots just came off the top rope and was like, "We'll take him, like,
take him back, take him back."
Yeah.
No, because
Demario Davis won out, so it's like we just freed up a roster spot. Thank you. He won out.
But there's a couple of good receivers left that are not signed right now. You got Diggs. You got who are the receivers that are left? There's a couple.
It's a couple of them.
It's a couple good ones. Like, I mean, there's some guys who are going to become available here pretty soon.
Allen is still sitting out there, which is crazy to me, dude. You talking about a vet and a proven,
All right, so you got
Allen. I'm surprised he's still sitting out there.
You got Steph Diggs, you got Debo, you got Tyreek, you got D Hop.
Yeah, yep.
Let me pull it up real quick.
Is Debo Samuel a free agent still?
Yeah.
Debo's out there. Who
is he
else?
That's crazy. They was talking about Debo
going
to the Colts. They like the Colts was checking in on Debo. That was crazy.
Debo,
receiver or tight end?
He's paying. He's funny. He's definitely listed as the receiver, but based off of what I'm looking at, he may play tight end. You got Jahan Dotson, Sterling Shepard, Sky Moore. So I mean, as this list goes narrow, you still got some guys up top. Your top three: Tyreek, Stephon Diggs, Debo, Curtis Samuel, D Hop, and Keenan Allen are probably the leader of the class of receiver that are available.
Hop gonna get signed at some point. He need
to take his ass back to. He need to take his ass back to Baltimore.
Keenan gonna get signed at some point.
Keenan doesn't like doing the training camp stuff. I think he goes.
Yeah, I think these are two guys who've been there, done that. They don't want to do camp. Yeah. They'll stay in shape, and then somebody will be like, hey, D Hop,
them two guys,
good, baby, and they're like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. When it comes to them two guys, they are what they consider to be consummate pros. So you can pick them guys up, at some point.
Yeah, because they're gonna stay in shape. They ain't gonna sit around and like be, like not doing nothing. They're gonna stay in shape, and then when they ready, they ready.
They're gonna call Tom Brady and be like, Tom, come throw me some passes. I'm gonna run some routes.
I mean, because even like Allen might just go to the Bears. He might just go back. He's like, hey man, I don't want to do camp.
I think the thing is, speaking about free agents, the running backs that are available, there's a nice little list there of running backs that are available: Bro Mixon, Najee, Austin Eckler, Booby Gibson, Nick Chubb.
Running backs are like we'll pick you up when we have no other options.
Right, but I mean, these are some names that are just
Najee Harris missed home. Bring him home, serious. Bring him home. He missed it. He admitted he missed it. He missed it, man. Get that man a Permani sandwich. He been out there in LA. He ain't get me like he was like, man, they won't even like I asked them and they just can't do right. They put too much. They put too many fries on the sandwich and it's not right. I gotta get back to Pittsburgh. Like,
there's a couple of left tackles available. So I mean,
that's what I was gonna say, Steve.
There's a lot of free agents that are available, man.
You seen them rumors, man, that Texas might be peeking and seeing what Decker's availability is.
Man, look, I feel like it's one of those things where Decker is there, and the Texans are aware that he's there, and I feel like they have had some sort of contact. And again, it's like Decker's a guy, he's a vet, he don't want to go through training camp. They probably like Taylor, baby, stay healthy, stay sharp, and then we'll come scoop you in August. You know what I'm saying?
Like, hey, we don't pay no mind to this secret email. Just open the file and flip through the pages of this PDF. Hey, look.
It's like I'm getting all these emails from N Casero. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who this guy is.
But man.
Oh, James Pond email just like this email will self-destruct after after you finish reading it. But that would be a good pickup, man. If the Texans could get Decker, I think that they need another vet on that line.
Because they already got Teller, and Teller who's a beast, and he like I've always liked Teller. So you get a guy like Decker to come in there. And I mean, yeah, it's like because again, we talked about the way too early mini camp shirts and helmets, shorts and helmets, stuff like that. And again, it still remains. It's like the Texans need depth on the offensive line, as we saw last year in front of the whole world. Like what that lack of depth on the offensive line is going to do, it's going to get C.J. Stroud hurt. It's going to put him in bad positions. It's like I said, the further we get away from that terrible day in Foxborough, I just realized, like, man, he was running for his life. Like he would get the ball from center, and he had 3 guys in his face 2 seconds after the snap. Because the offensive line was so bad. And then when your best offensive lineman gets hurt and your best receiver gets hurt, this is what happens. I finally calmed down 6 months after the fact. You know what I'm saying? But
we also got some edge rushers that are available: Hassan Reddick, Joey Bosa, Leonard Floyd. A guy who played with the Niners last year, Gross Matos, Von Miller, Jadeveon Clowney, Calvin Oy. I mean, these are some names that probably will not be out of job soon. But my point for bringing this up is
the day that I would say Clowney is the best available edge.
Him or Van Noy. Him and Van Noy. Him and Van Noy probably. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I would, because I know I want to make this into a Niner show. People keep talking about bringing in Bosa, but I would actually.
Why is Messi Clowney so damn good? Good God, Messi!
Because he's the greatest of all time. That's why
he's the greatest, man.
Hey, don't get this started, because I can't believe Mbappe scored today. His teammates were like, "Why did you score? We hate you so much. Like, please don't score again."
But yeah, man. So I mean, there's a lot of free agents that are available, man. Training camp is right around the corner. I can't believe I'm saying this. Football is right around the corner, man. So
we're like 2 weeks away, bro.
Yeah, I know.
What's that? What you saying?
I know.
I mean,
we like 2 weeks away. Hall of Fame game is with like July or something.
Always. Yeah, late July.
Late July.
So training camps open in about a month and some change.
About literally like a month. Like I think the first training camp opens because they get in early for ahead of the Hall of Fame games or whatever that. So it's I
always be in my summer league mode. As soon as summer league is over with, I'm like, okay, here come the what's called Hall of Fame game.
Yeah. I haven't even looked at it. I know you guys already. I haven't even looked at it. It worked out well for me last year. I think my hands-off approach on fantasy football has worked well for me. You know what I'm saying? It's like
we will have a league this year. We will have a league this year. So looking forward to that. With that being said, let me get you.
I already talked to Josh, and I say, man, you got to come and defend, Josh.
One thing before we roll. Is Giannis traded before the draft?
Yes.
I think he traded at the draft.
I think it's a draft night trade. Even though I think I saw the reports, y'all know I rarely watch ESPN. It's like I was catching a little bit of today where it's like I guess they want this done before the draft.
Yeah.
They only said
he's not going to be after the draft.
No. I think it's one of them. Like I say, y'all know me. I get into my conspiracy guy. I think it's like we've worked out everything before the draft, but we can't make the announcement until the draft. I think it's one of those type of deals where it's like, okay, we start seeing, of course, people start leaking information. We start seeing more and more information leak. And then when it finally does happen, we've already seen this story of what the parameters will be.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting on that text from Shams. He been acting like he don't want to return my text. I'm just waiting on that text from Shams. He gonna fill me in, and I'll let y'all know, man.
Appreciate.
I don't know about y'all, but okay. So Barry, since you brought it up, do you think it's Boston or do you think it's the Heat? Because they the two front runners right now. Then we got a wild card that comes out of nowhere.
Pat Riley is doing what he do, man. He's overvaluing his talent and stuff like that, and he is going to end up not getting Giannis. Giannis wants to go to Miami. That's his preferred destination, and Pat Riley is like, no.
Who's the dude that he's overvaluing this year?
Hero.
It's
Hero.
Not Hero. It's the other guy. It's the other guy.
No, it's Tyler. It's Tyler Hero. It's Tyler Hero.
I thought it was the other guy. Ware or somebody. I don't know. But
no, yeah, it's Tyler Hero.
Yeah, just because you paid him doesn't mean I pay. I want to pay him.
Right.
Pat Riley feels like I can trade you Tyler Hero and a bunch of nobodies for Giannis, and the Bucks are like, no, that's not gonna happen.
It's the reason that Donovan Mitchell is playing in Cleveland instead of Miami right now. because again he like overvalued like Hero and some of the other guys on that team, and it's like, yeah, you want him. Maybe I don't want him, Pat, but it's like that's what he does.
Yeah,
So
I think it would be foolish for him to go to Boston. Like, there's no way if I'm the Bucks, I would let him go to Boston. There's no way.
Yeah, you have to see it. I see him possibly going to Golden State. To be honest with you,
I think Golden State is a possibility. I think that's a bad look because that they need to blow that team up instead of trying to add to it, instead of trying to take Putty and put it on top.
As long as you got Steph, you think you got a shot at winning, bro.
Nope, blow it up. It's over. It's over. That run is done. Start over. I mean, I listen. I just don't think you can. You're hanging on. You're just hanging on. I
mean, true, but again, as long as you got 30, you have a punch or shot at catching.
Honestly, I think the bombshell that I dropped, and we can end it on that, was I think it's all cost for the Thunder to get their hands on Giannis, to get Chet Holmgren out of town and get Giannis. That's what I would do. But I think if I had to put money on it, if I had to put a gun to my head by draft night, I think he's in Miami Heat.
Well, you know what I'm gonna say. I don't think he goes to Miami. That's just me, because if you're the Bucks, right? Let's just keep it a 100.
Keep it a buck.
Giannis, yeah, like I said, let's keep it a buck. Like you say, if Giannis wasn't in Milwaukee, who willingly goes to Milwaukee? Nobody goes to Milwaukee. So if you're Miami, I mean, if you're Milwaukee, and you're like, we're gonna trade our generational player. What do? We get the best possible deal. Miami does not have that best possible deal. Miami,
exactly. They don't.
Like this. Miami don't even. This is. I mean, that's how I look at the situation in Miami. Miami is so bad. Even if they brought in another team, I don't even think that they could compete with another team's offer. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, because again, Miami, they're overvaluing. They are overvaluing where they're overvaluing Hero. That they have a couple picks. Jaime Vasquez would be available, I'm sure. We talking about Giannis, because that's what you'd have to give up. I have a team that I think could come in here at the 11th hour. We talked about it earlier. The Timberwolves.
Yeah. I mean,
him and
the Timberwolves send Julius Randle, Gobert or something like that. Some of them picks. They can like Conley to bring back Hero and maybe like Ware and something like that. The T-Wolves have a situation where they could trade for Giannis and not have to give up Ant or Gobert, really. It just depending on what the Heat want in return.
But what about Nas Reed?
Nas Reed is such a figure in Minneapolis. They love him to death. He is like the most, people don't realize, he's the most popular player on that team. They love Nas Reed up there. So that would be wild if they traded Nas Reed. But yeah, it wouldn't just be like, okay, and they could, the Timberwolves got a situation where they got draft picks, they got money, they got talent, and that's the key thing that Miami doesn't have a whole lot of. The T-Wolves have the talent and those two magic words, Larry, draft capital to actually make. I'm just saying that's one where I don't hear nobody talking about that, and I'm just like, you know what? Minnesota, a team who might feel like in the West they close, and if you drop Giannis onto that roster and you can keep Gobert, keep McDaniels, keep everybody else. Hey, that's just it's like,
I mean, dude, let's keep it real, bro. Like, if you were looking at Miami and it's like they don't even have like a top 3 pick this year. Like, they don't have something that somebody will like. If they had the number 1 pick this year, yeah, the Milwaukee might be like, okay, send us the number 1 and Hero, some other stuff, maybe along those lines. But when you look at other teams, like you said, the Thunder could be like, hey, take Chet and 6 first-round picks.
Yeah,
like. That is ridiculous.
I knew you was gonna say. I had a feeling you was gonna say that. Like, here's Chet and just here's a first round pick from now until 2034.
Yeah,
and Chet.
There's teams that can do that. Like, I'm being for real. Like, if you thought about when they talked about the parameters of this trade, right? Mm-hmm. If the Spurs was like, hey, we want Jalen, and the Bush was like, hey, we'll get rid of Jalen. The Spurs could be like, hey, Milwaukee, we'll send you 5 first round picks. The Celtics got a lot of first round too. The Celtics could be like, hey, we'll send you 3 more. You get some player and 8 first round picks for Giannis. Like, the Heat just don't have capital and players to even compete with what these other teams could even offer them.
But the Heat have a ace of spades, and that is where Giannis wants to
That's where
go.
you want to go. Yeah, that's where you want to go.
That's where that's his preferred destination,
Yeah.
and the state income tax is lovely.
But the only bad thing about that is, I don't think Giannis doesn't have a no trade, so he has to go wherever they send him.
But he has leverage because he is in the last year of that deal.
Yeah, because
last year of that deal, and look,
so
there's another state that doesn't have state income tax.
yeah.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, on that,
they won't get in that conversation. That phone calls don't even get answered.
I can't wait for the launch pad. I missed y'all.
Man, look, dude, they look at the phone and be like, it's just Stone. You just swipe.
It's just wow,
It's like literally the redheaded stepchild of the executives view lineup, the launch pad. Like, jeez.
But they got to think about it though. If you're a team, like I say, if you're a team like say your Timberwolves, I'm gonna say Thunder, any of these other teams, even Celtics, they're in championship mode. Do they really care about giving up 4 or 5 draft picks for Giannis, and then they're gonna come out with a championship? We all say just wipe away a lot of.
Yeah, it's like oh no. Yeah, it's like oh no.
Do your Knicks care about those 5 first rounders for Bridges right now?
What first rounders?
They don't give a shit about.
It's like no. Oh no, we gave up the 27th pick. Ah!
Yeah, you got a championship. It's going right here, baby.
You heard what Josh Hart said? F them picks.
Yeah, F them picks.
Bro, the Rams have set a standard out here, man.
the Rams have set a standard.
If you in championship mode,
it don't matter. It don't matter. They don't matter if we win the championship because the picks we gave you are worthless. Congratulations on the 31st pick of the draft. Ha!
Have fun with 5 picks in the 20s, possibly 30s. Like, we don't care. Like, dude, so if I was a team, like, I'm just being for real. If I was a team like Minnesota, I wouldn't care about giving up 5, even if Giannis don't stay but 2 years. I don't care. If I come out with a championship, I don't care. Okay, all right. We'll be rebuilding in 5 years, but you know what I'm gonna tell you? Every year, those 5 years, look at his ring. Look at his ring. Here it is, right here.
Oh yeah.
No.
Don't care.
Let me get you guys out of here, man. This was a crazy show, man. That flew by super fast, man. Coach, you know what to do. Get us out of there, big dog.
Hey, once again, another hashtag Total Sports Tuesday. We're gonna get like t-shirts and hats with that on there. Like, make sure y'all. Speaking of t-shirts and hats, big news coming up. Big day for the executive view coming up here. Taking over the internet, one click at a time. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. We got some stuff coming for y'all. Like, we love to bring it to y'all. Make sure y'all look. If you didn't watch Orange and Blue Skies last night, go back, listen to that. Listen to this again, even if you're listening to it now. Like generate that and then Backstage Business, the best show in the business. Who knows? Might be a special guest. Won't be me. But I'll be busy. But like no.
I hate you so much for that.
Guys, y'all know how I close it out, man. God is good
all the time.
Make sure y'all drink y'all water. Stay hydrated, especially temperatures creep up there. And of course, look, man, Knicks in 5, man. Meth tried to tell y'all. He was like, Knicks in 5. What y'all talking about? Shaolin. What's going on? Wu-Tang is for the children. Diversify your bonds. I see y'all.
Thank you, Coach.
Oh, snap. Diversify, I love that, man. So much you goofball. Man, get us out of here, big homie.
Hey, you know what I'm gonna say, man. Hey, always a pleasure, man. Hey, congratulations again, Barry. Hey, regardless of what people may think, like I really like the fact that the Knicks won. Hey, look, you know it had to be something, bro. We gave up a slot we gave up a slot for the Knicks, bro.
Appreciate
Look, I love everything we doing, but that 49ers show is near and dear to my heart. But I say, nah, you know what? I'm not gonna be in the way. Y'all go all night if you want to. Hey, Aaron, am I lying? That was in the chat, right? I said they can go all night if they want to. I don't care, bro. We'll give it up. But we'll be back Monday while we talking about backstage business. Hey, the Niners will be back in the house on Monday. We got a lot of things to digest. Definitely gonna talk about Alden Smith, and we didn't even get into the fact that was so ironic that he was rocking a Knicks jersey. His last photo, that is so crazy, bro. It's a miracle how things work out. Like I say, keep rocking with us. Like I say, keep turning on notifications, man. We doing big things right now. Everybody just keep showing us the love on everything, man. We wherever you want to get it at, however you want to get it, whichever way you want to get it, we out there, and I'm out.
Appreciate you, big dog. Villain, you know what to do, man. Get us out of here as we shut it down, big homie.
Listen, thank you so much, everybody that watched the show, Orange and Blue Skies. We were calm, but we're excited. And we're so happy to bring it to you. We'll be doing another show. I'm not sure when, probably, I don't know, either after the draft or later on in the summer as we get ready for the next season. But a lot of shows are coming up. We got backstage business tomorrow, big day tomorrow. The website is launching, man. The website is launching. The countdown, the ticker is going, man. It's so much fun, man. We had it's been a lot of hard work getting that site just right. Making sure all the details are in there. And we can't wait for everybody to see it as we pull it back. I appreciate you, Steve and Larry and Sirius, doing these shows with you guys. It's always a pleasure. Like I always say, support your neighborhood villain. If you don't have one, you got the best one right here. Holla at your boy. Peace.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you, big dog, man. As these guys alluded to, man, thank you so much for coming by and kicking with us on tonight, man. We got a lot of stuff coming down the pike, man. Thanks for all of our friends for rocking with us, man. Our friends over at Nonsense and Deep Thoughts Podcast. Our friends, the Wrestling Mama, Sid, Virginia, Trav, Wicked Bitter. There's so many people that have came alongside us as we started this thing and helped us push this thing forward. I always say this table is big enough for everybody, man. Getting where you fit in, man. We just want to partner with everybody and talk sports and just create a whole movement, man. Villain alluded to it as he got out of here. Our website officially launches tomorrow, 11 o'clock. Eastern Standard Time. The lights turn on, and we don't plan on ever turning them suckers off, man. Everything from blogs, just so much stuff on that website. We got a merch store that's dropping and some other things, man. So I'm excited about what's to come. But I could not have done this without the team around us, man. Villain put in a lot of work. Behind the scenes, the Queen, Stacy, put in a lot of work. All the rest of the executives chipping in with articles and videos and just a boatload of content, man. And we're so happy to be able to bring that to you guys on our website, which is launching tomorrow, man. There may be some surprises, some stuff in store. I'll keep that under my hat for now. However, I always close out my shows like this, man. God is good. Even though sometimes people are not, man. God bless. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.